Hey guys, and welcome back to the vlog. If you are new here, then I'd also like to welcome you. My name is Brooke. I'm the one who runs the Bandi project. Bandi technically means B and I, as in Brooke and Ian. However, Ian's rarely ever on these videos these days. He'll probably be more involved with the videos when the baby comes, which is in 8 weeks. We are going to be first-time parents in October. So that'll be a lot of fun. We are waiting to find out the gender of our baby. So we have been really digging for names for both genders to see what we feel like fits the best, and I think we have our girl name figured out. We're narrowing down the names for the boys, but it's hard. Choosing a name for another human being to have for the rest of their life is a lot of work. So we've been really struggling with that. So with that said, I figured why not share with some of you guys the names that we do like but we're not using, and maybe it'll be helpful for you guys too. Bug. It was a bug. Anyway, so I have some names written on my phone. Going to run through them really fast. As you can see, I'm dressed extremely casual today. It is a weekend day for me. This video will be posted on Monday, so I do not look like this when I go to work. Yeah, I'm about to go to the store, but I figured I'd rather do this first because YouTube's more fun, honestly. Okay, already out of breath, I swear. Alright, 8 weeks before baby comes. So we're so close, yeah, so far. Alrighty. So I have 20 names that I'm going to share with you that we love or I love that we're just not going to use. I'm going to do 10 girls and then 10 boys. So the first name that I really, really love that we will not be using for a girl is Evelyn. I love the name Evelyn. I think it is so pretty and so classic. However, I have a niece named Adeline, and I feel like it's just way too close to each other, so we're not doing that. Another name that I really like, mainly for the nickname of Joe. So I really like the name Josette or Josephine. Ian vetoed it this time around, so. We did find a name that we liked that kind of had like the same ring to it, I guess, but yeah, no, we're not using Joe. And plus, I think I got the name Josette from watching The Vampire Diaries. That's the show I've been binging my whole pregnancy, and I just finished it up. And now I'm starting on Legacies, and Josette is the name of one of the witches. So maybe I like the name because of that, which is really funny because there's a couple names off Vampire Diaries that I really like that was on the list or is on the list. But you can tell I'm easily influenced. And Josephine was one of my friends growing up. So, I don't know. I wouldn't want to nickname Josie, but I like Joe. I think Joe's really cute. Already out of breath. Another name that I really like that Ian did veto. He said it sounds kind of like a villain, which is fair. The name I like is Vivian. I feel like Disney kind of ruined this name, honestly, because the cats are being bad. Go away. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like Disney kind of ruined the name Vivian and the name Brooke, honestly, because I feel like those names are constantly tagged as being bullies or like the villains of the story, which sucks. But I think Vivian's a really, really cute name. We're just not using it. Alright. A name that I loved since I was a kid is Melody. I've always thought that Melody was the cutest and most darling name ever. I believe that is Ariel's daughter's name in The Little Mermaid 2, so it's probably where I got it. One of my high school friends named her daughter Melody, which I didn't even know that anybody else was truly considering that name. So I now tag that name with her daughter. So I can't use it now, honestly. Another name that I really like, it was taken off the list very recently, so who knows, maybe if we have a girl this time and then the girl next time, then maybe this name will be used next time, who knows. But the name is Caroline, which is a Vampire Diaries name also. That's probably why we ended up vetoing it this time around, just because I don't know if I decided on it because it's just one of my favorite characters. But I also like the name Caroline too because we are from, or we have roots from North Carolina, so I felt like it was a nice tribute to North Carolina. But yeah, we decided against Caroline. Okay, what else? Eliana. Eliana is such a cute name. Oh my gosh. I think the nickname Ellie is just adorable to begin with. My sister just got married within the last couple of months, and she's been swearing up and down that if she ever has a girl, she was claiming Ellie or Ella. So just out of respect for my sister, in case she ever has a daughter. These cats are being horrible. Go away. Go. Ugh. Okay. Had to distract them with a game. Okay. But yeah, just out of respect for my sister, in case she ever has a daughter, I decided not to use Eliana. Because, yeah. We kind of have a thing with our family that we try not to intentionally name somebody like a similar name unless it's intentional. So, yeah. Another name that I really like, I just have a friend with this name, so it's the first time I ever heard it, but that's also why we're not using it, is the name Taryn. I think Taryn's adorable. Never heard it before until like a few years ago, but maybe someone else can use it. Use Taryn. Taryn's cute. Another name that I like that Ian did veto was Violet. He doesn't like names that are also colors, so like Violet or Rose were off the table right off the bat. I think Violet's adorable. I think it's a very classic and cute name. I was also in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory when I was younger, like in high school, and I played Violet Beauregard, so maybe I'm a little biased, who knows. One name that we did consider for a very long time, it is officially off the list though, at least for this go around, is Maya. One of the only reasons that we were considering it was because it was a spin-off of my maiden name, which is Mayo. I thought it was really cute, like a Maya Shank, but something just wasn't clicking right. And I think it might be the fact that I actually kept Mayo as part of my legal name, so like legally I'm Brooke Mayo Shank. And I felt like having a Maya Shank just sounded way too similar to my name, so we decided not to use that. And the last girl name on our list is a name that I had never heard of before until one of my friends named her daughter this, and it is by far one of my most favorite girl names ever, but I can't use it because I associate it with her daughter. This friend also has documented her little girl's life in YouTube videos from a very early age, and I'll link their channel below. It's the Jackson Hive. But Ellery is the most darling name I think I've ever heard in my whole life. I think it's a nice spin-off of Everly and Ebony, which are very popular these days, but Ellery is just adorable. I can't encourage that name enough to anybody else that's not already friends with Emily. Honestly, if I hadn't known Emily since I was a kid, I probably would be still in that name, but I just can't. I can't take that name. So, yes, if you're watching this and you're not already friends with Emily on a personal level, please take her daughter's name Ellery, because I can't do it. Okay. On to the boy names. Boy names are so hard. We're still trying to decide on our boy name that we're going to use. I want to say there's a chance that we might go back to one of these names, but I highly doubt that. We have a whole other list of names that we're still considering. We do have a middle name chosen, we just don't have a first name chosen, which is kind of backwards, but yeah. So I'm gonna go through the boy names really quick. The first name that we have on this list is the name that I really like, that Ian has never quite been on board for, is Jackson. I think Jackson's just very strong, very masculine. I think it's adorable. I think the nickname Jack or Jack is also really cute. Ian just doesn't, he's just not feeling it, so we're not using that name. Another name that was on the list for a very short time is Brody. It just wasn't clicking right with our names, and I don't know, it just didn't really work for us, but I think Brody is really cute too. I wonder how many times I said cute in this video. Anyway, it's a nice name. If you have a kid named Brody, good for you. Okay, another name that that we both really like is actually one of Ian's middle names, so it was a name that I have been kind of keeping my eyes on for a while, is Joseph. However, my cousin had a son named Joseph a couple years ago, and so that name's officially been claimed, and I can't take it. So, yeah, I think Joseph and Joey is a really cute name that I can't have now. It's okay. I'm fine. It's fine. Alright, so another name that I really like, but I'm also kind of iffy about, is the name August. I think August is adorable for a boy. However, I'm just weird about naming a kid after a month or a season, especially if they aren't born in that month or that season. Am I weird? Is that weird? I don't know. But it's like when you have an autumn, but they were born in April, and having an August, born in October. I don't know. Maybe I think about it way too much, but we're not using August. Another name that we both really like is Landon. Landon is a very popular name right now, which is exactly why we're not using it. It's kind of funny that my brother and my sister-in-law, they actually considered Landon for the longest time for my nephew. But they decided against Landon for the exact same reason. It's just a very common name for 2019-2020 time period. So yeah, maybe it'll kind of die out for a while and people can bring it back again, but I don't want to have the third Landon in a classroom, so we're not doing Landon. Another name. Thanks, Nero. Okay. These cats won't leave me alone when I sit on the floor. Alright, so another name that I really like is Jasper. I just always thought this name was super cute. We're definitely not using it though. Ian, I feel like he's a lot more pickier than I am. I don't know, but he told me right from the beginning that we are not using a name that was also used in Twilight. So that took a lot of names off the table, honestly. But Twilight had a lot of great names in it, like Rosalie and Carlisle. Edward's a nice name. But I like Jasper. I think Jasper's a really cool name. I wouldn't use it anyway just because my sister has a cat named Casper. So it sounds way too similar and I'm not going to do that. But I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool name, honestly. It's coming from a brook. Like, everybody's got my name. But Jasper, I don't know. Another name that I also really like is Jude. I've always loved the name, but I've never loved it enough to name my kid that. I do like how classic it is. Maybe it's just the fact that we're both history buffs. We just kind of associate the name with, yes, we do associate it with like the Beatles, of course. But I also associate it with like the Star of David, and they used to have Jude written across it during World War II. And there's nothing wrong with the term Jude at all. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't want that to be the first thing I think of when I say my kid's name at the same time. Does that make sense? I don't know. Okay, what's next? So a name that I've always loved that I'm definitely never going to use is Charles or Charlie. My baby brother's name is Charlie, so that is exactly why we're not using it. My baby brother was born when I was 15, so my mom took the name. Let's just be honest here. But she didn't really take it. It was a family name. But I think Charlie is one of the most cutest, like, boy names in the whole wide world. So, yeah. And he's a cute kid, too, so he didn't even ruin the name for me. The little blonde hair boy with freckles all over his face. He's in 6th grade now. But yeah, he's still my baby brother. But Charlie. I love the name Charlie. Another name that we also like, but it just wasn't clicking right and wasn't vibing right with us, was Luca. I feel like it's just a little too modern or something for us. I have a thing for classic names. And Luca just didn't seem to flow right. Like Luca Shank, like look at a shank. I don't know. It just wasn't clicking. But it's a very cute name. I like the name Luca. And the last name on our list that we are definitely not going to end up using, which is very unfortunate because I love it, is John. Or Jonathan. I love that name. My grandfather's name is John. And Ian's got some Johns in his family too. And that is exactly why we're not using it. It's because we have a nephew named John on his side of the family. So John has already been claimed. So we can't use it. But yeah. So those are the names that we were considering at least at some point, at one time or another, the last 30-something weeks, that we're just not going to use. But it's okay. It'll be fine. But yeah, like I said, I think we figured out a girl name. I really hope that we're still on the same page about that, actually. But yeah, I think we figured out a girl name. It's the boy name we're struggling with. So with that said, if you could think of any names, especially boy names, that sound good with the last name of Shank, please let me know. Because feel like there's really not that many. Like, okay. So the thing I'm saying that because a lot of names just sound so sharp with the name Shank. Even my name sounds sharp. Brooke Shank. Like, it's just, yeah. So I think that's one reason why I actually decided to keep my maiden name, because I feel like Brooke Mayo Shank just flows better. But because of that, we're not going to do a Jacob because it'll sound like Jake Shank and it just doesn't sound right. So I don't know. It's so much pressure naming a child. It really is. So yeah, we're not going to end up announcing the names that we've decided until the baby is born, until the name is assigned and everything, because yeah, there's always a chance that we will change our minds, but there's also a chance that someone's going to have a comment and it's going to ruin how I feel about the name, so I'm just going to leave it alone. So yes, we will be doing a name reveal as well as a gender reveal when the baby comes in 8-ish weeks. So with that said, stay tuned. I am going to be recording this whole process. The videos are going to be getting a lot more fun when the baby comes. Hopefully, maybe, who knows. But yeah, so stay tuned. If you like this video, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Wednesday, actually. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Yeah. Alright, bye guys.